A walk in downtown Hannibal raises money for Alzheimer's. Good day, everyone, and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Brenda Mata. The Alzheimer's Association estimates that 6.2 million people of all ages have Alzheimer's disease in the United States. This weekend, teams in Hannibal took part in an event designed to raise both money and awareness. With more on that story, here's Leighton Allen.
Brenda, the Walk to End Alzheimer's in downtown Hannibal had teams of people who were walking for those with Alzheimer's. It was the first year for the team known as We Love Grammy Jane. Here's that story. 117 walkers participated in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's in downtown Hannibal. With one foot in front of the other, walkers from the team We Love Grammy Jane lead the event.
But she's always been like my true inspiration. She's just always so funny.
17-year-old Emma Houchin's grandmother, Grammy Jane, has Alzheimer's. Houchins organized her friends and family to take part in the annual walk.
Actually, I was at work. I work at Java Drive right down the street. And Doug came in to my work because they were having an Alzheimer's meeting. And I told him about my Grammy. I showed him pictures. He gave me a t-shirt. And that's when I decided I was going to do this walk because there's not really anything, they don't have a cure or anything for Alzheimer's. So I figured the least I could do is do a walk. Like 2 miles isn't too bad.
After making the decision to enter the walk, Houchin says her friends and family were beyond supportive.
Oh, it made me feel great. Like the second I got home from work that day, I had like 3 of my friends over and I was like, you guys want to do a 2-mile walk with me? And they were like, for what? And I was like, my Grammy. And they were like, well, yeah. Like they didn't hesitate at all.
Houchin says watching a grandmother suffer from Alzheimer's is difficult.
It's sad to see so many people just slowly get confused and it slowly just take away their memory. And it's just really upsetting when that person's so close to you and it comes down to the point where they don't remember you at all.
Walk manager Doug Geist says the We Love Grammy team is doing their part to raise money for the cause.
Yeah, she raised over $1,000 in the first 24 hours of starting her team, so we were just thrilled to death to see her and her family and all the families here in Hannibal.
It is those dollars that will help the walk reach their $25,000 goal. The funds will be used to help find a cure and provide support for the local families.
They come here to see a big group like this, and they see all the other people that are going through it with them. They know they're not alone, and they get to see the support and the love that they get from their local community.
For more information about how to get involved or to donate, go to the link at the bottom of your screen. If you missed the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Hannibal, there's still time to join in the event in Quincy. That event is scheduled to take place on Saturday, September 25th. Brenda, back to you.
In campus news, Hannibal LaGrange University has hired Shannon Reese as a full-time faculty member in the art department for the new academic year. Mr. Reese is familiar with the HLGU campus. Before being hired full-time, he served HLGU as an adjunct professor. Reese has over 15 years of real-world experience in graphic design, including design work with large international companies. Reese says he is excited to bring his knowledge to the classroom where he can teach with a biblical worldview.
I think one of the things that I'm most excited about, and this is not a cliche for me, it really is true, that I get to teach art from a biblical worldview. That was not always the case, especially during grad school. I went through a secular school, and I just feel like that this is one of the last vestiges, if you will, of places where you can actually speak freely about the person of the Lord Jesus Christ and actually a biblical foundation that affects all of the subjects and disciplines that we cover.
Reese holds a BA from HLGU. He also holds degrees from the Art Institute of Colorado and the Minneapolis College of Art and Design. For information about the art department, you can contact Mr. Reese at the email at the bottom of your screen. HLGU is proud to announce Kendra Franks as the new assistant professor of music. Dr. Franks is teaching vocal music courses and directing choral ensembles for the university this fall. Franks has a doctorate from the University of Missouri and brings technical experience to the classroom. Dr. Franks says she is looking forward to her time here at HLG. If you're interested in joining any of the vocal music groups, you can contact Dr. Franks at her email, which is at the bottom of your screen. And now, an update to a story that we brought you earlier. In our last edition, we told you that there was an increase in enrollment at HLGU. According to the admissions department, final numbers for the fall semester are at 183 new students. That is 32 students over last year. And finally, we turn now to sports. Let's send it over to Grant Peters, who has a story about a football coach coming home.
Thank you, Brenda. Friday night was homecoming at Mark Twain High School, and the traditions there that include a parade, pep rally, and of course, football. We're all extra special this year for head coach Austin Leak. Leak is a Mark Twain alum who returned to his old stomping grounds after spending some time at the coaching staff at Bowling Green. In my chat with Coach Leak, he emphasized that his job is not just about football. He says he hopes to instill some important life lessons with his Tiger team.
As far as the kids, I want them to be disciplined. I want us to be physical. I want us to be in good shape. So those are the three things I tell them every day. I said, if we're going to be competitive, as long as we're disciplined, we're a physical team, we're a conditioned team, do the little things right. That's what I'm big on. We're a 1A program, so we're not one of the biggest schools in our conference. You know, we're bottom 2 or 3 schools as far as size, so we can't sacrifice those things. We have to do all the little things right if we're going to compete with schools, you know, double our enrollment. I mean, we're big on being on time. That was the thing, you know, we struggled with at the beginning of the summer. It's like, guys, we can't do this. You know, you can't do that. You can't show up to work 2 minutes late. We can't do that. So being on time is a big thing, treating people the right way. You know, if I have a teacher come up to me and complain, hey, one of your football players did this, you know, they're going to hear about it and they're not going to like the repercussions of it at practice. So hopefully we're teaching them to be good people. You know, if we're not doing those things, we're just playing football and we're not building them to be good people, then we're kind of wasting our time. That's, you know, I don't get paid enough to just coach football, so it goes a lot further than that.
Coming in some of the highlights, here is Landon Moss. He is quite literally dragging his opponents up the field. Here's a verse for Lakota Preston as you see him running up the field for a touchdown for the Tigers. This touchdown and every touchdown is followed by that sweet ding of the bell for the Tigers. Coach Leak and his Tigers go on to their 4th straight victory in a row with a big win over MMA with a score of 56-6. Now this Friday, the Tigers will meet a very tough undefeated opponent in Bowling Green. The game is at center and kickoff is at 7 p.m. Brenda, back to you.
That is all the time we have for now. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Brenda Mata.